Hey there, Drew Canoli, FitLife.tv. I'm glad you're joining me today. In the next few minutes, I'm about to share with you some strategic tips and tools that I've used year after year to make sure my resolutions have some stick-to-itiveness and I get them done over and over and over. How would you like to be turned into a goal-setting wrecking ball machine and actually conquer what you set out to do than to just write it down or not even write it down and live a life of, well, meaningless? If you're anything like me, you want to live a life of meaning. You want to start hitting and achieving and, bringing yourself up to a higher level in your life. And to do that, you have to have goals. There was a study once done in the 70s where they took everybody from Harvard, and 3% of all of the Harvard graduates actually took the time and wrote out their goals. 10 years later, just a short decade later, that same 3% came back to the 10-year class reunion and they analyzed how much money everybody was making in that class. That 3% was making more combined than the whole rest of the class together. So it just goes to show you there is power in setting your goals. If you've never set your goals before, I encourage you. If you're watching this video, there's a reason for it. Set your goals this year. In a moment, I'm going to reveal to you what I've done, how I set my goals, what I've written up on a poster board, and you can follow the same exact program if you want. You can copy it verbatim, word for word, whatever you want to do. I just want to make sure that you have somewhere that you're going in your life. So, goals are extremely important. Now, in my breakdown, I've actually did an intention statement as well. I think it's very powerful to have an intention for what you want to do during your year. Now, my intention statement, as you'll see in a moment here, it's probably 5 or 7 sentences long. Yours doesn't have to be that long, but make sure it's powerful. Take some time, really thinking about what you want to do this year, what you want to be, what you want to become, and speak it almost as if it's in the present moment. Now, in writing out the rest of your goals, it's strongly advised to break them down into quadrants. I've done this year after year: physical, emotional, relationships, mental, spiritual, and recreational goals. See, in each one of those quadrants, that's going to form this well-balanced wheel that you have in your life. If one of those quadrants is missing, let's take for instance your physical well-being. If you're out of shape and your health is at a demise, then one of the wheels on the spoke is going to throw the whole wagon off. The whole wheel is going to be shaky. So you want to make sure that you're completing goals in each one of the quadrants. And that's what I'm about to show to you in a little bit as well. Now, along with the intention statement, it's also very powerful to have rituals set up. Now, if you haven't seen my morning ritual video, I strongly recommend you watch it at FitLife.tv. You can also get it at DrewCanoli.com. But the morning ritual is one of the greatest rituals there are. I'll review it with you in a second. But to set up rituals means that you can incorporate more than one of these goals from the quadrants in every single ritual that you have. So you do it consistently. See, the secret to winning any race is consistency. Over and over, we've seen it in history. People that are consistent win. After I'm done showing you my goal chart, what I would like you to do is take from all the goals that you've written out. Let's say you come up with 10 goals. What I want you to do is really think long and hard about what would one goal be that if it happened tomorrow, it would literally change who you are. It would change your experience. It would change your life completely. Think about what that one goal is. And then what I want you to do is start thinking through the process of how hard would it be to complete that goal. What would you have to do? Who would have to be involved in it? How much money would have to be created to do it? How much time would you need? Where would you need to go to do it? Start running through the process of creating your subconscious mind to start thinking about it. It's very, very powerful. And when you speak to your subconscious mind, in writing these goals out, speak in the present moment. Your subconscious mind only recognizes what's said in the nowness of now. Alright guys, like I said, so here is my goal chart. 2011, you see it up on the top. I've covered up my goals. And the reason for that, it's very important not to share your goals with too many people. And the reason for that is a lot of the times as soon as you share a goal, you start to lose your enthusiasm or ambition for completing the goal. In thought, there's a lot of things that can happen to the seeds that you plant in what you want to accomplish. So as you can tell, I have physical, emotional, relationships, recreational goals, financial goals, and spiritual goals. All of these are the 6 quadrants that I use to accumulate and really focus and hone in on what I want to accomplish. I also have an intention statement, as you can tell up there. Intention, like I said in the video, it's about 5 or 6 sentences long of things that I'm going to be like. And in the becoming of that being, I'm going to bring about into my experience some very significant things that are going to happen in 2011. So write an intention statement. It's very, very powerful. I also have a very short statement of being, which is about 5 sentences long, right in this little circle. It's the middle, so obviously this is the most important thing on this whole thing. I can look at it every single day. I have my purpose, for each quadrant as well, what I'm becoming. And then I have rituals. Like I said, I have a morning ritual, an evening ritual, a reading ritual, a giving ritual, something that I do every month. So there's all types of rituals that can incorporate more than just one of these fundamental things in each quadrant. So breaking down the rituals for you. If you haven't seen my morning ritual video yet, you can check that out. It's at fitlife.tv. It's in there. It's real simple. You wake up in the morning and then you do like 5 or 6 things consistently every single day. Like I said earlier, consistency always wins the race versus intensity. You can be very intense for the first month of the new year and get a lot of stuff done, but then come the later months, maybe you just fall off the bandwagon completely and don't accomplish anything. So consistency will win. Take it easy on yourself. If you're trying to lose weight, start small. Start with a few things and then accumulate and build up momentum. Nobody wins with intensity. They always win the race with consistency. So as you can tell, I also have a little timeline on the bottom here, mapped out as I accomplish goals, as I set my dates on each goal. This is very important for you guys to do as well. Set your date so that you can see when you're going to accomplish that. Speak in the present moment. I mentioned this earlier. Subconscious mind only can recognize what is in the present moment at this time. So make sure you're writing these goals out as if they are already happening in your life right now, today. And that's about it on my goal chart. Real simple and easy. Take an hour or two before the new year and really map these out. I think you'll be surprised with the results. Leave a comment below and send me messages throughout the year as you complete your goals. Alright guys, so now that I've showed you my goal chart, take it, use it. If you don't use the whole thing, if you think it's a little bit too much, trust me. Everybody that's walked through my door and has actually seen that chart has kind of flipped out like, wow, you got a lot of goals on here. But regardless, take some time, write your goals for the new year, and really follow through this year. Do it consistently. Live this year as if it's the last year of your life.
Good night, that your night's gonna